Welcome to the T2M Talk to Me podcast, hosted by Tavel McCann, a podcast talking all things in nature about relationships, dating, current events. Oh, and did I mention relationships? With Dr. McCann, with licensed psychologist Tavel McCann. No. Well, it's with someone who has a unique take on relationships.
About. So obviously you know how the segment goes. If not, I'm going to reiterate it for you again. And the way it goes is I'm going to give you a statement or I'm going to ask you a question, and you need to put down in the comments whether it is a job or a relationship. Now, due to some of the feedback, some people have to ask like, hey, can you elaborate a little more? So I'm going to implement that by elaborating a little bit more what I mean by both without trying to give it away. So bear with me. I'm testing this out. So with this one, the statement is, you could have just left me alone, okay? You could have just left me alone. So what you need to do is respond down in the comments whether I'm talking about a job or a relationship. So that breakdown piece of what I'm going to do is where the question derives from. So with that, you could have just left me alone. Immediately, most people think about dating. You know, that person approached them, or they DM'd them, or got hooked up with them. However it may have happened, and they got their hopes up just to let them down. That's one facet of it that a lot of people. That's the first thing a lot of people are going to say, because it's reality. It happens. You get people that get your hopes up, and if you don't have the right deal breakers there, if you don't have the right standards there, or you lower your standards because of their looks, or because my friend hooked me up with this person, now you all of a sudden hurt, or you're in your feelings. So that's definitely an aspect. I'm gonna give you a couple ways to make sure it doesn't happen to you. Two ways, three steps. Okay. So with the job, that was a relationship. With the job, that's the same thing when you got your resume on ZipRecruiter or Indeed or LinkedIn, and these jobs, they hey, you know, you would be a perfect candidate. They hit you up, and you're like, all right, cool, let me check them out. Go through the phone interview or the Zoom interview or whatever it may be, and they talking real good. You know, hey, you know, this is your salary. This would be your office. This would be your team. By the way, you're only working 4 days, and you got 3 days off. Cool. Me? All right, cool. Well, it's not really the field that I'm used to, or that my experience is in. But you know, I check it out. That's lowering the standards. Okay, so, and then you go there, and it's totally opposite of what they say. You working 7 days a week. You're on multiple calls. The salary is not where it said it was going to be. They say you have the potential to get up there, but you're not starting there. You got to be under somebody for excess amount of years or longer. Okay, so once again, you could have just left me alone. You know, that's how it works. So a way to remedy that is, like I said, 3 steps. The first one is you got to have your set deal breakers. You have to have your set deal breakers. It's the same thing for the job and a relationship. If that job was saying like, hey, we're going to pay you, not knocking anybody, we're going to pay you $9 an hour. Me? No, you're not. That's the same thing as if when you're dating, someone's like, well, yeah, you know, I'm going to need you to pay my credit card bills for me to date you. You're like, wait, what? You got the audacity to say that? It's a deal breaker. And instead of saying like, well, maybe I can work with this person or change this person, you just leave it there and just drop it right there on the toilet. It's toilet water. Get it out of there, okay? That's the first step. The second step is have your standards and your expectations already set, okay? Now, I'm gonna leave expectations out. I'll review that in the show because it's more in depth. Okay, T2M the show on YouTube. Check it out. But standard-wise, if that job doesn't meet your standards, or that person that you're meeting doesn't meet your standards, only thing they're gonna do is give you trauma, pain, and they're gonna slow you down from your purpose or your passion where you're supposed to be. Okay, and that right there, you just need to acknowledge it, see it for what it's worth, and then go out of there. But us as humans, what do we want? A lot of my clients, the first thing I'm like, man, what did I tell you before? You wasn't listening. He wasn't. They lowered their standards. So how can you get mad at a problem that you ushered in because you lowered your standards? I hope that makes sense. And the third step, you gotta tune into the show so you can find out. You know what time it is? Stay blessed.
So excited because love isn't just one-sided. You cook, you teach, invest in me, and make me feel like I can do anything. You hug the covers in bed, but you keep me warm with those chocolate legs, and tell me my forever is you. And I love you because you're my friend and you're there for me. And I love you because you do everything from your heart. And when I see you smile, my forever is you. And that's why all the stars, they look up to you. The suns don't shine as bright as you.